Meitei villages by suspected Kuki militants continue in Manipur. At least 3 people killed and 5 injured by suspected Kuki militants at Kangchuk Jingkhong in Imphal West district. Sporadic incidents of violence continue. Man sustains injuries from bullet fired by suspected Kuki militants at Singda area under Lamsang police station. Altogether, 7 people sustained injuries in firing and bombing incidents at Phayeng and Sero areas. Injured persons taken to RIMS hospital for treatment. Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity condemns decision by Committee on Tribals Unity Sadar Hills to open National Highway 2 for few hours for a week as total disregard to the people of Manipur. Manipur observes World Environment Day 2023 on United Nations Team Solutions to Plastic Pollution under Beat Plastic Pollution Campaign. And NIT Manipur among India's top institutes. NIT Manipur secures 95th position in National Institutional Ranking Framework, NIRF ranking 2023. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm JOYSHREE USHAM, bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. Attacks on Meitei villages by suspected Kuki militants in Manipur, and at least 3 people were killed, including one who was reportedly beheaded by the militants at Kangchuk Jingkhong in Imphal West district today. Deceased persons are Ningthaujam Rakesh from Phayeng Sabalekai and Angom Popo and Pukrambam Nikhil from Phayeng Karang Awang Lekai. The incident occurred this morning when heavily armed Kuki militants reportedly opened fire towards the Meitei village, and the villagers retaliated with their licensed guns. According to them, the Kuki militants went up and took hiding at a Chiru village atop Kangchuk Ching or hill, while Meitei villagers at foothill who were defending their village went missing. Later, state forces arrived and evacuated the remaining villagers. The state force personnel were then joined by Assam Rifles personnel, and the combined team started searching for the missing villagers. The Assam Rifles then continued the search hunt in the forested area without the state forces and managed to take out a person who sustained a bullet injury. Search continued without the state forces and 3 bodies were recovered later. Sporadic incidents of violence continue to be reported in the state's periphery. A man sustained injuries after he was hit by bullets fired by suspected militants at Singda area under Lamsang police station early this morning. The man, identified as 40-year-old Sanabam Gurindrajit from Langol, was brought to RIMS casualty for treatment. He sustained injuries on his left shoulder. He is said to be out of danger at this point. Meanwhile, media persons who tried to take video footage of the injured Sanabam Gunindrajit at a hospital was opposed by a person who claimed to be medical superintendent of RIMS. DMS allegedly prevented media persons from taking any video footage and even hurled inappropriate language all the while. A total of 7 people who sustained injuries in firing incidents at Phayeng and Sero areas were taken to RIMS hospital for treatment. 22-year-old Kandat Longjam, son of Longjam Ojit from Chabungbam, sustained bullet injuries on his left hand during firing attacks by suspected Kuki militants at Phayeng. 35-year-old Angom Chauba, son of Angom Gunamani of Phayeng Karang, sustained bullet injury on his knee. 31-year-old Ningthaujam Pia, wife of Momocha from Phayeng Awang Lekai, and 45-year-old Angom Maingo, wife of Angom Chauba from Phayeng Awang Lekai, also sustained injuries after a cooking gas cylinder busted, which was caused by gunfire. While 21-year-old Khaidem Naucha, son of K.H. Noren, sustained injuries on his face from a bomb blast at Tangjing Khunjau under Sero police station. 24-year-old Luang Them Ranjan, son of El Tomcha, also sustained injury on his right hand and abdomen. And 28-year-old Thaudem Rajesh, son of T.H. Malemba, sustained injuries also from the bomb blast. Kenneth Longjam is still under treatment after he underwent operation, while others have been discharged. Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity (COCOMI) condemns the announcement made by Committee on Tribals Unity Sadar Hills to open National Highway 2 Imphal-Dimapur Road for a few hours for a week as total disregard to the people of Manipur. COCOMI demands relevant authorities to ensure all-round the year free and safe passage along the highway. Briefing media at COCOMI office at Uripok, Yambem Lekai today, COCOMI coordinator Jitendra Ningomba asked why the Indian military, which is one of the best in the world, is unable to ensure safe passage of commuters along the 8-kilometer stretch of the highway. He maintained that Kuki terrorists continued their narco-terrorism even right after Union Home Minister Amit Shah left Manipur. He said COCOMI has already submitted a memorandum to the Union Home Minister regarding the atrocities committed by Kuki militants since June 1st.
Honorable Home Minister na appeal torpugi matungna Committee on Tribal Unity kauba akoi furup mana makoi ngang po wangang sangang dugi matungna makoi gi makhada leba koi sire ni gaina khalaga tawbibani ga haibai mongda nimitari ni hangtokba aduga pung 10 dagi na sumna dagi pung 2 fawgi matam khakta duration piba aduga maduda pugada pochai mayam singduna tangai phadana changda ya da poni gaina hairap ko pose masimak hingminari ba akoi gi pota yamna usit thoida manba aduga mapot amo oi haina kali akoi mayam unaraba khangnaraba witness oina uraba Assam Rifles ki aduga Nexus lay haiba makoiga laktuna ba pot mane haiba pon mayam se urbanina ngasi de koin kari makhar tabuk ama local tabiya da tanja amuk orekpunina hayeng se COCOMI gi oiba akoi gi khongjung chang na bagida mukta akoi numidangi pung 9 dagina pung mapan taba phawbuk sigi manungda leibiriba lekai da leibiriba lamlamda leibiriba khul da leibiriba pumnamakna ima ibel sinu thobire hairaga human chain semaga akoi lawba kholaw ani khak law haningbagi apamadu COCOMI magai tamjai.
Human chain protest at Maitram today, chanting slogans, "We want peace, go back Assam Rifles," and "Go back Kuki militants." Members and volunteers of local clubs, organizations, and Mera Paibi groups in the area took part in the protest. Taking part in the protest, Maitram Makhalekai Welfare Chakut Thaurang Loop Secretary Yumnam Memcha expressed disappointment with Union Home Minister Amit Shah for failing to restore normalcy in the state. She said Kuki militants continue to attack civilians even though the Union Home Minister had warned them that stern actions will be taken against violation of Sioux ground rules.
Home Minister Amit Shah lakpiba tuda moina hairame Kuki militants singi ka himba thokdok asida moigi mawong sina sugi niyom wangmada chalakpa taragadi matik chaba action lokhatkani haibirame ko adugi wona tainabada mana hek chakhiba mayum magi maramdam yaudringaida Kuki militants singchina kapnaba adagi yum mai thaba chunglep leptri miyoi kaya chigare sibabuda moina khangjanadana leiraga moina laami basina karamba mawongda laami bano natraga aikhoigi maitai jibu hal oina injan mala ami bra akhoigi chief minister da thambirami ba wafam na kari wafam no Hazik Pawada Kanamtan Karimta Haidana, Chibagai Siro, Exia Palak, Tara, Pirani, Haraganda, Chummi, Harbalip, Zikari Maranginova, Asamla Pana, Akwagi Matian Pangini, Akwabu Convenient Aganda, Moyana Kuki Loinaraga, me Hali Zikarino Hava, Akwai Praza, young Ware.
Malom Tulihal Students Union, Malom No. 1 Students Club and Malom Apunba Maira Paibi jointly took out a torch rally at Malom last evening, demanding government to save innocent lives from atrocities of armed Kuki militants. Thousands took part in the torch rally, chanting various slogans to save Manipur from disintegration, to abrogate suspension of operation agreement with Kuki militants, and also condemning the high-handedness of the Assam Rifles at Sugnu police station. Thousands of people formed human chain from Manipur University, Burma Road to Lilong to pay respect to those who have lost their lives in attacks by Kuki militants. 4 local clubs and 4 Maira Paibi groups in Langthabal Kunja area jointly organized a rally. Participants chanted slogans demanding repeal of Sioux Pact and to take action against Kuki militants. Semgat Sagatpa Naharol and Semgat Sagatpa Apunba Nupi Loop Sagolban Thangjam Lerak today paid respect to the departed soul of Lai Thangbam Noren, who lost his life in the prevailing violence. Participants also reiterated their stance to uphold the territorial integrity of Manipur. Displaced people from Sugnu, Serau, Churachandpur, Charen Khunau and Charen Khunjau are taking refuge at Ilang Khangpokpi Mayai Mandhap. 136 people are taking shelter at a relief camp run by Development Youth Association DYA and Ilang Khangpokpi Popular Youth Club EPYC under the initiative of Waikong Gram Panchayat Pradhan and members. Waikong GP Pradhan W. Brojan appealed to government to initiate process for resettlement of these displaced people.
Jela ko matamda lamdam sige dar lai bire me ba club member Pradhan jila President na lamdela ko maya mo changhang pibi dana chana thangna ba ni pibi adu masi kaya ko na ko masi sa thaktan lai doi no yum khai ju mai thadok pi thre ko kara chat doi no adu masi mari lai na ba sarkar mi yang changjira ga awa na tar ba mayam ji ma ma gi lai tham da han mai ana na ba tang dong lai ta na lai je ba phang na ba masi ba tang sim ji ra ba
ai ba ki dang je thu na loi san bi ra ga khoi ji yum gyam ta na lai ba pa me si ka ma ma dam da hanjal han bi ga da ba no masi ang tang di khoi lai ba ki angam ba sing na am tang thu na jana ba ma pusan bi ra ga khoi yum da lai ja ba pa me
akhoi lan chelak pani na mafam asida kayam kuina nungai na laigani mayam na kayam kuina akhoi bu pizza bigani khalu bada khoi asuki matik nungai ja karamba matam da akhoi na tangdu leita na ai isa gi iram da leija ba phanga da ba ge ha siga akhoi haibam khangdana awa ba haibadu oi haibam ju khangdi isa isu su lai tamba phangdare yum kai su loina mai thadok pi gare akhoi kamaina matung da khoi tangdu leita ba punsi haibadu akhoi amukta di oiraga nena ta na leiba pa mi sakai mafam da soi khoi punsi se amukta nena ta na hingba miyeng sangbiu haiduna nunga na akhoi hana gi punsi da hingjabado du yamna pam
sarkar da aina haijaning haidaragadi mai makai chakra mai makai leijadaraba ni sing sai sarkar na thuba matamda miyeng sangbiduna mana hana leriba mafal da santan tohonduna pamje adu loina na yum se sarkar ga makai sabiduna tangdu leita ba punsi ma ragnaba du sarkar kanumi thamjeri.
Oinam MLA Ringban Nalini says security measures have been taken in foothills and periphery of Oinam constituency. She was speaking on the sidelines of donating rice grain and money at Oinam Girl Higher Secondary School Relief Camp today. MLA Nalini said she will provide all the necessary help for the inmates at the relief camp until peace is restored in the state. She also expressed hope that government will take measures for their resettlement at the earliest. One of the inmates who fled from Churachandpur asked when government will arrange for their return and livelihood.
Kiri area da laiba foothills da ek laiba akhoi gi Oinam Kendra gi Lemram Waroi Ireng Bam Kainau Aikong Kunau Yumnam Kunau Inghan Kaino Phapwa Ngakso Pupi Phawi Saru Khara yauna seista areas da laiba khoi mioi sing punamaksi yamna section lairi SSB aduga Gurkha Regiment anina akhoi gi Lemram Waroi dagina Kaino Bhaugi manung sida thambiri aduga loina na akhoi gi BDF na singba sisu yaura kanda kanba mawang da mekup na hong singna akhoi leinari makhoi gi Haijarubugi matungina sing aduga akhoi ki state ki BDF na singba aduga commando police yam toina patrolling laktana yam kanna section tharang lauri haibase thamjage
adubu akhoi ki thamoi sida di pen da badi yame akhoi ki icha sing iwa sing si karai da no khanbada akhoi yamna ware ba akhoi si sidai sida kayam koina thambi doino ba moina thambiri je adubu akhoi ki tangta ba ma ba me ba akhoi na pa mi je hoji akhoi ki tangta ba mafam mabtang di akhoi ki sinbi yo.
United Voluntary Organization Patsoi Kendra Imphal West along with RIMS Department of Transfusion Medicine held a voluntary blood donation camp with an aim to provide blood to those who sustain injuries in the prevailing violence. Many people, including former Patsoi MLA A.K. Mirabai, donated their blood at the camp held at RIMS Blood Bank. Speaking on the sidelines, A.K. Mirabai urged all to make concerted efforts to restore normalcy in the state and also appeals to government to bring an amicable solution to the prevailing crisis.
Manipur da laibiriba section khudingmaki raja khudingmakna Manipur da hanagi mahoksagi santi leina nungsi chanana leiminabagi phibamado hanjinlaknabagi damakta ai isanasu sorgi mafamda thawni jari loinana aikoi khudingmaksu aikoi imamatagi machani khenaba leitana aikoi nungsi chanana lamdam asida amukhana santi haibado puraktuna lamdam asida aikoi ingna tapna panba hanjinlakpa ngamnabagi damak aikoi gi puning wakan phadaduna aikoi kanana kanano aranba landaba haibdu thidana koi imamatagi machani haibase amukhana ningsingnatuna koi lamdam asida santi puraknaba honaminasi.
Thaunaujam Chauba Memorial Charitable Trust Singjamai has donated relief materials to Pubala High School Relief Camp in Bishnupur district. 192 people who have fled home in Churachandpur are taking refuge at the camp. Trust Managing Trustee Thaunaujam Roman urged government to restore peace and help the affected people. A team led by Media Coordination in charge of One India Foundation, New Delhi, Letrim Sana Tomba, has donated relief materials at relief camps set up in various parts of Bishnupur district with the message peace, harmony and coexistence. Manipur People's Democratic Front MPDF today drew the attention of Manipur government with its 5-point demand, including demand for a white paper on details of total reserved and protected forest of Manipur under the Indian Forest Act. Addressing media at Manipur Press Club, working president of MPDF N. Mahendra stressed on the need to provide alternate livelihood to poppy cultivators, to complete digitization for National Register of Citizens NRC within 3 years, to revoke the office memorandum issued by Principal Chief Conservator of Forests on November 7, 2022, and to bring out green paper of roadmap for bringing normalcy in the state. Taking part in the press meet, a person from Churachandpur, Khuga Tampal Mite, Lekai Ningthaujam Naba urged government to consult violence-affected victims while making efforts to restore normalcy in the state. He claimed that over 12,900 Meitei from Churachandpur have been displaced by the violence and about 1,557 houses of 22 laikais or colonies along with 12 temples have been destroyed in Churachandpur district. He also expressed desire to return to his village and urged government to provide adequate security.
There is no security to lives and properties of many people. There is a quick nugget of Hambiriba, Kanodi Laiba, Go, Simayam Sing, Nagi Warij Makatana, Kambizi, Aduga, Nasagi Haribasi, Nasiki present state of turmoil in the state of Manipur, the Sigi, moral responsibility Amadi, government of Manipur, Logodobuna.
Aquina Pamise, a quick lay from Duda, a quick Amuk, Sanga Tandu Litana Leba, Adu, Labor Taragosu, a quick fully protected over Habidi Equibu, a quick Shiroi, a Kanamuna, a quida could Tararoi. Habase, a Sima, a quick Pamze, Mandi, Sakana, somewhere had the Sanganataba. I would a quick Changbase, who say, Sangaga, Kuise, Hingado was a yam the Lude, Aduga, Aquina, Yam, Tamoy Sopa, Wafamdi, Amakakleje, Masi, Tatana, a quick Sakagi side, take you hungry, no Amuk Chango Pamra, Tango Pam, the Brahabo Wangje, Madam the Kanam, the Chuchan Puse, Manipuni, Mase, Manipurgi district Amani, Adutardi, Manipur district, I Ishagi, Pashana, Lam, Lairaga, Lazare, Aduga, I yum to the Amuk Nang Changbra Hango Wangze, Masimata de Hangirakano.
All India State Government Employees Confederation Manipur State Committee has submitted a 3-point memorandum to Governor Anusuya Uike to look into the plights facing government employees in going to their posting places in view of the grim situation in the state. Addressing media at Manipur Press Club today, Confederation Manipur State Committee General Secretary Ilangbam Girani said government employees are at risk of losing their lives while going to their posting places in the wake of prevailing violence in the state.
Thohaningdaba thokdok wathok khara thopasina maram oiraga community amagi mafamda district singda satlaga maruina thabak tawbagi khudong sabada khara risk factor oiba life ki factor oiba life to life da singabo oiba asigi matangsi maruina governor of Manipur Her Excellency da aikoi athu matamda hairiba employees sing asigi solve tawbinabagi damak aikoi masi yauba memorandum vision jakre
Governor da akoina tawjariba maramdi Manipur se hujik chap lepe koi development sida chap lepi base masi atu matamda solve tawbiyu government gi maigai degi hajebani adu loinana masi tongan ba lupsing natragana moigi CSO natana koi gi political leaders sing si wari sanaba awang mathakta wari sanaba se masi atu matamda tawbiyu confederation sida yauriba aikoina su yaringai government gi adugumba wari sanar koi matang se masida su aikoi mateng pangjege hairami kaigino da aikoi ge solution ri yawba tongan ba aikoi community singi mute sing leijei hajariba.
President of Zelengrong Union, Assam, Manipur, Nagaland, Azang Rongmei says communal harmony and peaceful coexistence can be restored through collective efforts of all the sections of the society residing in Manipur. On an exclusive interview with DIPR on the prevailing situation in the state, Azang Rongmei says since time immemorial, people of all ethnic communities reside together as brothers and sisters with love and care for one another in Manipur. However, clashes between Meitei and Kuki communities erupted on May 3 due to some misunderstandings. The clash has taken many lives and injured many people. Many public and private properties have been destroyed and normal lives of everyone have been affected. Azang Rongmei, on behalf of the Zelengrong people, makes an urgent appeal to all to restore peace in the state. Also informed that a memorandum has been submitted to Union Home Minister Amit Shah for restoration of peace in the state and to bring amicable solutions at the earliest. He appealed to people of Meitei and Kuki communities to forgive and forget one another to bring normalcy. Azang underlined that clashes between communities will not bring any form of development in the society, rather it will be a loss for both the sides.
Meitei marakta ekoi nungaina da bathoki bagi hojik phawba loisinena leidi amaga kopinaraga ekoi amata oina hanagi isininaw fajana tinaba gumna amuk tinaraga ekoi hingmina si haibase ekoi Zelenglonggi sincere appeal ni hojik hingminari ba matam sida asikumba khana chainaba thokpa haibase amagisu atongba leite amagisu atongba leite animuki amangbani.
Interreligious and interfaith initiative press note calls for calm and end of violence in the state. The appeal comes following an interfaith meeting which was attended by 18 religious leaders of various religions and faiths including Manipuri, Vaishnava, Gauriya, Sampradaya, Islam, Christians and Art of Living. Forum for Restoration of Peace, Manipur appeals to people of the state for peace and reconciliation. Speaking to media at Adim Jati complex in Chingmerong today, forum convener Asang Kasar appealed to shed anger and hold peaceful dialogue to culminate the prevailing violence between two communities. He asked how long would innocent people continue to suffer due to violence. Asang Kasar opined that peace committee comprising of representatives from each community can prove to be effective.
Forum for Restoration of Peace Impal based akhoi Naga Singh ga akhoi Meitei Pangal ga pulaga masi akhoi na third party ma oina mediator ma oina hojik tholiba issue se akhoi na role lo re ga normalcy lakninga hona jabani. Forum for Restoration of Peace na hona jaringai masi gi marak sita akhoi propaganda topic nu rumor topic nu aduga peace committee adu haina mayam toriba politicians yauraga toba mayam se aina khanbada mai pakataba mande madu punamak do mahutadi akhoi Forum for Restoration of Peace the support tobiu masida loina yausi masidi jati khaide akhoi loina makini aduna hojiki issue janjara sida community amakhaktana peace committee na lawbadasu mase yamna effective oidaba mongda akoina uba phangi maramaduna peace committee hairadi akoi Manipur da lairiba jati community punamak yauraga apunba adugumba ama semlaga akoi chasi hai.
Wakhanlon Manaba Apunba Wama Kangleipa condoles the loss of lives due to the violence in the state and urges government to restore peace and normalcy. A district-level committee meeting was organized to discuss restoration of peace and normalcy in Thawal district. The meeting was held under the leadership of Thawal DC at the conference hall of DC complex. The meeting covered crucial topics including restoration of normalcy, rehabilitation of displaced people, and also regarding uninterrupted supply of essential items. 6 MLAs from Thawal district along with Thawal Police, SP, CSO leaders, Zilla Parishad, Gram Panchayat and Maira Paibi members attended the meeting. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on World Environment Day. Keep watching Impact News.
Welcome you all to UNACO College, Kongman, Imphal East, an exclusive co-educational college offering both BA and BAc courses. UNACO College will be affiliated to Manipur University, Kanchipur. First academic session will begin in July 2023. Hurry up! Registrations and admissions open for 2023-24 academic session.
Maidu Institute of Aviation and Hospitality, Changangai Airport Road. Admission open for certification course in air hostess training and airport operations, airline management, diploma course in hotel management and VVOC in hotel management training. Masida Sunatana, Manipur the Ihan Hanba Oina, commercial pilot training admission su Hogjere. Akak number Sydney 100% placement assistance Kamliba institution ni Masida Sunatana airlines kaya da su equity satra kaya placement functioning.
Welcome you all to UNACO School. Admissions open for class 11 science to UNACO School, Kuman and Maitram, affiliated to CBSE, New Delhi. Admission also open to class 11 science and arts to UNACO School, Chanura, affiliated to Kosam, Manipur. Special coaching classes for hostelers by 4 expert teachers, namely Pedro David Maiden, Dr. Rami Khan, K.H. Hemant Singh and Dr. Chongtham, Marriott Sreed respectively, for science subjects. Hurry up for admission to class 11 science and arts to UNACO schools.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. Manipur observed World Environment Day 2023 in a subdued manner owing to the prevailing grim situation in the state. State-level observance was held at the conference hall of Directorate of Environment and Climate Change at Porampat in Imphal East District. United Nations theme for World Environment Day for this year is Solutions to Plastic Pollution under the campaign of Beat Plastic Pollution. Saplings were distributed to members of Manipur Adventure Allied Sports Institute Masi Kairao at the event. First installment of Media Fellowship on Climate Change Reporting 2023-24 was also distributed to 10 media fellows on the occasion. Joint Directors of the Directorate of Environment and Climate Change, Dr. T. Brajakumar, P.H. Vivekananda Sharma, Arambam Nita, Senior Journalist Iringbam Arun, Kogendra Komdram, Pradeep Fanjaubam, Environmental Writer Rajesh Salam, staff of State Climate Change Cell and media persons were among those who attended the event. Experts stressed on strategies for wise use of plastics. Central Bureau of Communication Field Office Chandil along with Thawal Forest Division also jointly observed World Environment Day 2023 at Angangching Eco Park in Kakching today. Various saplings were planted at Angangching Eco Park. Divisional Forest Officer Mr. T.H. Lokendro, Kakching Range Forest Officer L. Dinesh, Field Exhibition Officer of Chandil CBCFO M. Rustum and President of Alliance for Development Alternative Manipur, Dilip Khetri, attended the event. College of Agriculture, Central Agricultural University, JOYSHREE by Imphal also observed World Environment Day 2023 at the Central Farm of Central Agricultural University in Lamphilpat. Dean of College of Agriculture, Professor Indira Sarangthem, and Director of Instruction, Dr. S. Basanta, led others in planting around 300 fruit saplings at the farm. Speaking on the occasion, Professor Indira Sarangthem said fruit-bearing saplings were planted to achieve the dual aim of conserving the environment as well as to produce food crops. Directorate of Extension Education of CAU Imphal also observed World Environment Day at NEC Model Farm in Lamphilpat by planting various saplings.
Thariba pambi singje akoina karigindamakta fruit tree oina khallibano natraga akoina vegetable oina chanaba samna haibda yongcha oina khallibano haibda farm sigi production da revenue generation da hena puthokpa ngamni adegi jackfruit pu oiro adegi clove pu oiro kari pata bu oiro mayam se akoina sigi economic level aduga revenue generation of CAU gi so koi chauna piba ngambagi asa da loina na environment kanba sigi wakhalon da akoina pambi sing si thajabani
adoko Central Agriculture University Imphal Imphal the headquarter ni adege College of Agriculture, College of Food Technology the CAU headquarter mayam si pullakanda ngasi je World Environment Day je CAU Central Farm is tawjam ne ana plastic free environment ama chagana hona bada Central Agriculture University Imphal na chai ko ding ju tawi.
World Environment Day was also observed at Thoubal District's Wangjing today. Jan Section Sansan JSS Thoubal District and Child Care and Educational Foundation Wangjing jointly organized the event. Environmental activist Manikanta Mutum also planted various saplings at Karam and Narankonjil Haibok on the occasion of World Environment Day. Speaking on the sidelines, Manikanta Mutum calls for peace and harmony in the state. NIT Manipur is among India's top 100 institutes. NIT Manipur has secured 95th position in the National Institutional Ranking Framework NIRF ranking under the Ministry of Education for this year. Speaking to media, Director in charge of NIT Manipur, Professor K.H. Manglen, expressed happiness that NIT Manipur has secured 95th rank out of around 1,314 institutes in the country. He said more efforts will be put in to better its performance and expressed hope that NIT Manipur will even become the top-notch institute in India in future. IIT Madras secured the top position in the NIRF ranking. In India's northeast, NIT Manipur secured the 4th position. He also stressed on the need to enhance teachers-students ratio in the institute. Regarding placement opportunity, Professor K.H. Manglen said the highest placement for students of NIT Manipur was offered by Amazon company with a package of 47 lakh rupees per annum, and on an average, students of the institute are offered packages ranging around 9 lakh and 60,000 rupees per annum.
Contribution towards in faculty sing staff sing sata sing yam yauri moi mapana hanadi 108 arambadagi 95% yobungam gibani adu mathangda khoi sidena phaba senpor ngamna phonagani du khoi gi northeast NIT Nepal lebse NIT Silchar na pass oi mari suda Manipur da khoi gi faculty gi side ade student side ade staff gi side gi khoi na Hujik lay bang khoi publication standard publication hengar hanbam sangi hana zum phajana dam lay lebudi aduga patent masing hengar masangi the project masing hena puthok sangi ade placement khoi percentage se hengar hanbam sangi.
Now before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Attacks on Meitei villages by suspected Kuki militants continue in Manipur. At least 3 people killed and 5 injured by suspected Kuki militants at Kangchuk Chingkhong in Imphal West District. Sporadic incidents of violence continue to be reported. Man sustains injuries from bullet fired by suspected Kuki militants in Singda Dam area under Lamsang police station. Altogether, 7 people sustained injuries in firing and bombing incidents at Fayeng and Sero areas. Injured persons taken to Rims Hospital for treatment. Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity condemns decision by Committee on Tribals Unity Sadar Hills to open National Highway 2 just for a few hours a week as total disregard to the people of Manipur. Manipur observes World Environment Day 2023 on United Nations theme Solutions to Plastic Pollution under Beat Plastic Pollution campaign. And NIT Manipur among India's top institutes. NIT Manipur secures 95th position in National Institutional Ranking Framework NIRF Ranking 2023. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. For more news, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Have a great evening and stay safe.
Matam kharagi mamangda lamdam asida cancer lena layeng bada miyamna khudong cha daba mayam mayok na